In a blow to transgender rights, the UK Supreme Court has ruled that the legal definition of woman refers to only biological women and does not include trans women. The ruling came after a Scottish group named For Women Scotland filed a case asking the court to rule on what the UK's Equality Act law means by sex, whether it is biological sex or legal certificated sex. The Scottish government had mandated in 2018 that public sector boards should have 50% women, and that included trans women with gender recognition certificates that acknowledge their new gender. But For Women Scotland argued that laws protecting women from discrimination should only apply to women who are assigned female at birth. The group lost its case in a court in Scotland in 2022, but took it to the UK Supreme Court. On Wednesday, April 16th, the Supreme Court ruled unanimously that the terms woman and sex in the Equality Act refer to a biological woman and biological sex. However, it said it was focused on ruling on the terms' definitions and told people not to interpret the verdict as a triumph for one or more groups in our society at the expense of another, saying that it was not a victory. The court said that trans people, including both trans women and trans men, would not be disadvantaged by its decision, as they are still protected from discrimination under the Equality Act. The ruling has been condemned by LGBTQ activists and rights groups who say it threatens the legal rights and protections for trans people who are already marginalized and attacked in society. Trans rights have become increasingly contentious in the UK in recent years, a movement largely due to the rise of terfs, or trans-exclusionary radical feminists who don't believe trans women are women. This includes Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling, who is notorious for being anti-trans. Rowling and other terfs believes only in biological sex and that trans women should not be allowed in women's spaces such as bathrooms out of fear that violent men will change their gender and attack women and girls in the spaces. For Women Scotland hailed the court's decision, saying sex is real, while Rowling wrote on social media that the group had protected the rights of women and girls across the UK. The UK government also welcomed the ruling, saying that it shows that single-sex spaces are protected. It said that the verdict will bring clarity and confidence for women in places like hospitals, refuges, and sports clubs. In 2023, the British government blocked a new Scottish law that aimed to make it easier for people to legally change their gender, arguing it would have adverse effects on equality laws across the UK. Follow for more stories from around the world.